Hey YouTube, we're gonna go. Today we're gonna do some planting of some onions and broccoli.
Yeah, these are our
Showmaster.
these are seeds. Sasha, don't knock the camera, sweetheart. These are our seeds that will be the summer planting onions. So I'm experimenting a bit this year now. I've balanced the soil out a little bit. Hopefully I'll be able to support growing seeds. So if you like what we do here, I don't like doing this, but if you like what we do here, then what do they need to do?
Please like and subscribe.
Okay, so we're going to roll the credits and then we're going to talk about the seeds and then we're going to get them in some compost. So I'll see you in a bit. So, welcome back guys. So, do you want to show them the seeds that we're getting them?
Yeah.
Okay, don't forget to, I like to mention where they're from, even though nobody's paying us any money to do that, but I like to mention where they're from, so start with those.
These are the Showmaster onions.
Make sure that people can see them.
And
why are we planting Showmaster onions?
because they can be sowed in September and October,
Yes.
and today we are in October.
Yes. But why are we planting Showmaster onions? Can you remember?
No.
We've got a challenge on with Uncle Mick from
Yeah.
Rowan Pollocks, haven't we?
Oh yeah.
So Tom and Mick, they're also planting Showmaster onions. I welcome anybody to join in on this challenge. We're just a bit of fun, heavy onion. If you win, we might come and see you. Who knows? You might not want to enter if that's the case, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm also conscious that there's a lot of washing up on the table behind us. Anyway, we'll motor on. This is kind of a bit impromptu. We weren't going to do this today. So, Showmaster, we're going to do around about 20 of those today. Today is the 20th of October. So the first sowing of these are going in of about 20-ish. I think. What are the modules? The modules are 12. So yeah, 24. I'm going to do a successive sowing of these. Well, successive sowing of everything actually. Roughly when this video is going to come out, because this video is not going to come out for about 4 weeks. So it is going to be a bit late if you're planning on doing these things. But you can also plant these in January. So, see, my camera's doing it again. All of a sudden it's gone to colour. Need to have a look at the settings. We'll carry on, eh? So, these are from Marshall's, by the way. The other two are from our local garden centre, Silica Lodge. So we'll start with that one.
So here we got the Alisa Craig onions. These are Thompson and Morgan's, and they are harvested in April and September.
Yeah, they'll be ready about September time if we put them in now. What we're going to do is, obviously the plan is put the seeds in, and then by the time June, July rolls around, when they should be mature enough then really to be planted out. If for whatever reason all these fail, don't worry about it, because at the end of the day you can always just use them as spring onions. So, but we're going to do about 2 trays of these, so it's going to be about 50 of these going in today. And once again there will be a second sowing of these later on. So they're the onions that are going in today. I did want to do some shallots, but I couldn't find any seeds. We've been to the garden centre, haven't we?
Yeah.
And couldn't find any shallot seeds that were
Autumn.
That were autumn planting. They all seem to be spring planting. So we'll do that experiment later. And then the last thing's one of your favourites.
Broccoli. These are the Green Magic F1. These can be sown indoors or sown outdoors in February, May, April,
Yeah.
September and October.
Now remember, with your broccoli it takes 9 to 12 months to mature, so I specifically went out today to try and find some autumn planting, which will then be ready hopefully around about August, September next year. Remember with your broccoli, I mean this one's handy actually, it says it on the front of the packet I think, somewhere down there. that it produces side shoots. So don't make the mistake I made when you take the first head out, then take the plant out. That's not the best way, because you actually are missing out on a second harvest. So you to cut the head off, take that home, enjoy it. This one loves broccoli.
Yep.
And leave the plant in the ground. It'll send up shoots of sprouting broccoli. They won't grow to a head size, but you know, if you've got 6, 7, 20, we're going to plant about 20 today. If you've got a fair selection of plants, it's a hefty crop for your for the second crop. And once again, I'm going to be successively sowing these. So I'm putting some in now, and then there'll be some going in probably late February time. But they're all going in. I use these. I've got them. They're not very clean. They're all going in these 12, probably 2-inch modules. And I pretty much use these exclusively. I got them for free from a garden centre about 2 years ago. I just went in and asked. And then in the interest of keeping things neat and tidy, especially in the house through winter, they all go in gravel trays. These are not hauled. With this year's the first year I'm using it with a what's that called? A water membrane in. Just seeing what difference it makes. I picked it up in the Wilco sales. So what we'll do is we'll flip you around. We'll get you sort of we'll go for a top-down view, I think, and we'll get some of these seeds planted and go from there. Okay, so see you in a bit. Okay guys, so I appreciate you can only just about see us. We're doing this binging with Babish style, if you know who he is. Right, okay, sorry. So as you can see, Charlotte's laid everything out. She's done quite a good job. She's got everything nicely ready there, and she's going to start with the Showmaster onions. Charlotte's going to put those in. So she needs to start by loading her trays up with compost.
Okay, I'll just remove the seeds and let you
No, you need to fill the modules up with compost first.
I'm just going to remove the seeds off.
Oh right, sorry, I misunderstood. Try not to get off the camera. How are you going there, sweetheart? Loading it up, levelling it off.
Yeah.
Not too much about those. You need to pack it all down, but what I do is load one up. Try not to get any lumps like that. So load it up. You need to be quick, because remember, people at home are watching and they don't want to sit there for hours watching you fill a tray up with dirt. And not sprinkle dirt all over the floor, otherwise Mum will kill you. Well, Mum will kill me because she'll blame me. So.
Setting the pad down.
Yeah, that's what we do. Okay, that's it. Move it around a bit so that it makes sure that those modules are nice and full.
And it's kind of like giving them a little massage.
Yeah, giving them a little massage. Now generally, what's this?
This is homework.
Oh, what's this homework? Right. You keep
Right.
Keep making sure that those modules are nicely filled. I'm just looking for an envelope. That's one. No. We'll do that the hard way, eh?
Yep.
Right, so do you want to make a little indentation. Where's your little dibber?
Dibber. That's why I put it.
Okay, so you just want, we don't want a hole, we just want a little indentation just so that the seeds don't roll around as much.
Right.
Alright, because they're only tiny seeds. They're difficult enough to plant as they are because they're
Very tiny.
they're tiny and black. So we've got black seeds going into black compost. So compost I'm using, by the way, I don't believe in using a seed starting compost or anything like that. I'm using just straightforward Jack's Magic. Yeah, just a little divot, sweetheart, we don't need a hole. There, that's it. As much in the middle as you can. It doesn't have to be exact. Use your finger if you want, it doesn't matter.
I'll have to use that and that one.
It's okay. No, they're holes. Just little indents, don't need holes. Okay, so hold your hand out.
I thought the seeds would be white.
No, onion seeds are black. Don't show those few to the camera. So that's how small little onion seeds are. And you want to try and put one of those in each of your little holes. And I'll get your next tray ready. You're pushing camera, sweetheart.
Sorry.
It's alright, say it to them, not me.
About 5 more.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 5.
Going on to this tray. This one's going to be Showmaster as well.
I need the same amount.
Would you need more seeds?
Yeah, 5 more. Come on, that's it.
Yeah, great, right.
Checking if there's any factors.
Doesn't matter, do you need a seed?
Only one more.
Doesn't matter, so. Normally, actually, I would put 2 seeds in per module, but we're not going to worry about it too much because we're going to do 2 sowings. So normally I would do 2 or 3 seeds per one. And we just cover them over gently. And the only reason actually that you cover seeds over is to stop them washing away when you water. Because you think about it in the wild, do seeds cover themselves over with dirt? Do they wrap themselves up in a little dirt blanket and go,
No.
Ooh, or do they sit on the surface?
They sit on the surface
They do.
because no one would be able to cover them up.
Exactly. So it's for our convenience pretty much is the only reason that they get covered. And then these things, these pop bottle toppers are a great
Things to use for when you want to use watering with with bottles.
And they're just very good for your seeds because there's not a great deal of pressure. Do you want to tell people what water I use? Do I use tap water?
You do, but
No, I don't use tap water. Where do I get my water from?
You get your water from the water butt.
Yeah, so where possible, always use rainwater. The seeds will be a lot happier. It's especially sort of where we live because the water is just got that much lime scale in it. So do you want to walk that other tray in for me? So I might go and try and find a better pen because this marker pen is a bit big. Blackboard. Can't find out when you need it, can you?
It should be enough.
Okay. So that's the Showmaster onions planted. So that, what we'll do, YouTube, is we will continue on. We'll speed it up because I mean the rest of the seeds are going to be the same. It's the same process for all of them. The broccoli is roughly about the same. General rule of thumb when you're planting up your seeds is your depth in the soil needs to be about 3 times the seeds. Obviously, I mean the onion seeds are, you know, are absolutely tiny. So if you think 3 times, you're only going maybe 8 to 10 mil deep. Let's say I've got nothing in this compost. I've run out of vermiculite and perlite, so I've just gone straight ahead with straightforward compost for this lot. So we'll crack on. We'll get the rest in, and we'll come back to you. Showmaster onions.
The Green Magic broccoli.
Yeah, and the Alisa Craig onions. Hopefully they'll go in as little plugs about April, May, June time, depending on on frosts and weather and things like that. The broccoli's pretty hardy, so hardened off correctly, that could probably actually go out at any point during winter, provided it's big enough. So that's all we've got for you today. There's not a great deal of planting to be done this time of year, and these for us are experiments, because normally we buy sets, don't we? Because I didn't have much joy with onions to begin with, but that was before I knew that my soil quality was very poor. So yeah, we'll call that a day. Don't forget to
like and subscribe
if you like what we've done here today. If you haven't, you know, fine. do what you want, but it is appreciated. It is always appreciated. So until next time, I will see you later.
Bye.